Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody is well. Um, Today we're playing a new game. It's called Super Movie Tycoon. This is a movie game, movie maker game, I think. I've worked through the tutorial already because the tutorial's quite lengthy. I've done a quick 30-minute game just to see if we can get the grips. This is why we got continue and new game and all that. When you do it from fresh, you don't get continue on it. It's just you just get new game. So we'll click on new game, and then before we start, you gotta create a name. So I'm gonna call it Ecky's Pictures. You could, pictures. You can do a random. If you click this button here, it does do a random. Now what you do is you allocate your country. Now there's a few countries. Each country has their own genre of, so you get like a bonus for using that. So this China's action, Russia is war, UK is comedy, Australia's romance, and so like sci-fi, America. And you'll get a bonus from that. So I'm from Britain, so I might as well just check Britain. Now next, we can't confirm it yet, so you have to click on difficulty sections. So now you've got a full list of difficulties that you want to do. Initial funds 5 million. If you're new to the game, I'd suggest 10 million because your money goes down extremely quickly. So trends between the first 2 years. Film sales normal. Just keep everything on the normal. And it says talent and ability. I'm going to put that down as 1. And comedy, I don't know if I'm doing this right or wrong. And then you got general skills, fixed combinations, or you can have random. Just have random. That's what I have. And then switch the tutorial off because the tutorial is quite lengthy. The tutorial literally goes into absolutely everything. So confirm that. Yeah, disable tutorial. Yes. Like I say, I'll play through the tutorial, and it is a lengthy process. That you could record maybe 3 or 4 episodes just for the tutorial. So this is our basic building. This is our young lady. We get an advisor assistant. So she's a screenwriter by day and a startup buddy by night. So she'll give you advice as you go along. There is music in the game, but I've turned it off in case I get a copyright strike from it. So she's saying let's dive in and explore the fun features together. Okay. So it's WSAD to move around, Q and E to rotate, and middle mouse to zoom in and out. You can also use the right mouse button, hold and drag. You can't move it from the edges of the screen. I'm not sure if there is a so what you need to do, we're on pause at the moment. Spacebar is pause, so we click it on that and we can pause it. There's a second building over here, but you need to purchase it. I'm trying to zoom out the best I can. That's all of the movie studio we can see. Oh, there's another building over here as well for more expansion, and another one, and a fourth one. I think that's all there is, I think. So with this game, you don't actually build it from scratch like other movie studio games. Initially, all we'll be doing is writing scripts, and then later on we'll set up a studio and film the scripts. Most of the ones I've done in the previous game that I tried to play are not very good. Okay, so if we just look at the screen, these are like they've got April Fool's Day here in Britain. I don't know if that's everywhere in the world. Valentine's Day, I presume that's everywhere in the world. So these are special events that go on during the year. You'll have Christmas Day and stuff like that. This is our bonus. Name a studio. Funds. This is our fan rate. You get a you also get a star rating, reputation, but this is what our fans think of us. This is the mood of the studio. The two green ones are the positive, the trending positives. What films are trending, what genres are trending, I should say, what topics. So mystery and film themes are not trending, and this is the time it lasts. The trending, the green ones last. This is the obviously age of your studio. So week 1, month 1, year 0. Okay. So this is your speed controllers, and these are like other like event logs, notifications. Bottom right hand corner you've got some here, disable things, so like you can drop the walls down and stuff like that. But the main bit that you'll use is this center key section here. So if we click on build, the build menu, what you need to do is construct a script room. So we click in the corner. So you click it once, that happens. Yeah. So what you have to do is click and hold and drag out. I normally have the entire corner. There is a minimum, I think, and it always tells you room must have a door. We'll put it in that corner, I think. Auto saves on. You can adjust the auto save, so you can even switch it completely off. So it's $108,000 for the script room. A lot of money. And then you got to add tables for people. We can't move the camera any further. Can zoom in a little bit here. So R to rotate the furniture. What I've been doing is, you want at least 8 tables. I've found, at least. So pull it away from the wall, have a gap there, turn it round, have a gap, leave a gap so they can get through. They will walk through the table though, so you can like maximise the tables. All I want is 8. Okay, and the last one. The more desks you put in, and the more script writers you employ, the faster the scripts are made. So put a couple of these in. As far as I know, you don't actually really need the cupboards, but turn them round. So I'll put them in the centre, I think. No, that's not right, is it? No, it's not. We'll have to turn it round. Okay. So right mouse click, cancel. If you click on it, we can. Oh. Yeah, there is a front and back. Oh, there was. And then that's all the basic equipment you need. But the more crap you put in the room, the happier they will be and the harder they will work. So there's lots and lots of different furniture. Let's have a bookcase there and a bookcase there. All adds into the room. We'll have a clock, because every room should have a clock, shouldn't it? And we'll have a plant or two. That's a nice one. Will that go in there? Yep. One there and one there. There you go. Nice centerpiece. And then you can get a 10 grand, but it's a cleaning robot and it cleans the floor, because the people, when they're working in there, they do drop litter. They're very what's the word? Don't want to work. So the next thing we do is we close that off, and then this little thing pops up. If you click on it, right, you can view the department employment staff, but we ain't got none because I'm not employed none. And this is where you do renovations. So you can resize the add furniture, upgrade the furniture. We can move the department, the whole of the department, copy it and delete it if you want. Okay, so down here in the middle section you'll see recruit and staff management. Click on that, job market. Now you get this big list which seems a bit overcomplicated, but these are basically, if you look at the top, this is the writers, the script writers. Dev is development, so like R&D development. Directors, director of the films, actors, and then you get these ones I haven't used yet. So we'll just go script writers. What you're looking for is good traits. They've got bad traits as well, red. But they've got leadership types, and you, if you later on you'll have to issue an editor to create a script. And if you select a person with a crown, it gives it a bit of a bonus, a little bit of a bonus. These is the what they're good at. So like this one's drama, action, biological, romance. Yeah? And if you like, you need a minimum of 3 to start off with, but you 4. So these are their skills, creativity skill, that just how good they are. And the fire means the fame, how, if they got any fame. Obviously, the more fame they got, the more money that you'll have to pay for them. So we need 3 script writers. Now you can actually just select it. It'll show its reviews, and you can drop it and drop the person in the room. But if there's a little box here, if you tick that, you can drop multiple people in. Don't really want to. We'll just have 2 for the time being, and then we got the. And then you drop them in the room, and then if we go forward, you see. Let's go and find Lena, or whatever her name is. I don't know where she's running off to. And we'll click in here as well. So she'll pick up her. Yeah. And as you can see, it said ZZ, means they're asleep. They're not actually doing anything. Time's ticking past, but we can pause it. And this tells you how many people are working in there, how many people are possible to work in there. If we had more desks, that number would go up, obviously. So to create a script, we click on this, and you go to script writing. Opens a box up, yeah. So you want the genre. At the moment, it's trending comedy. So if we click on comedy, which is the only one we've got, the theme is, I think that says cats. So it's a theme of the script is going to be about cats, or to do with cats, and it's going to be a comedy. Okay, so you can click on this bit and it says random name. Some of them are stupid. War cats. You could, or you could just click on it and type in whatever you want in. So. What about cats on a thin tin roof? You should put capitals usually. Put on I'll get there eventually. I should have used capitals each one. My mistake. And then roof. Yeah. And then you need an editor. So like the lead person who's going, the lead script writer, and I've employed her. Eleanor, if you haven't got any ones with lead type, so it gives you a lead buff, use Eleanor because she's a good script writer. As you can see, she's good at comedy. But I'm going to use her to see if we can get a high rating script. So film type, so these are larger scale. So is the smallest movie set. So you got scenes, and then you can select a scene. So like we got cats, and it's so you wouldn't have a spaceship. That'd be a bit silly, I think. Outside the bank. And then the audience, you need to select the audience. Children, teens, adults, elders, or all ages. We'll go all ages. Now this is, there's nothing here at the moment. But you can buy collaboration, but they're quite high in money. So that's no good for comedy anyway. That one is, you could buy that one. That one's 686,000. You're only guaranteed a 1 star. They're like modifiers. That's how I understood it anyway. So this bit over here, main cover, you can do a random, and it creates a film poster. That's how I understood it. But you can click on it, and so you got a background, foreground, and a title, and that it puts the title where you want to put the title. So maybe that side, like that. I know it's to do with cats, no problem. Change the font sort and the colour. Yeah, you could do if you want. See if we can find a cat or anything. There's lots and lots and lots, and some work better than others. I'm sure there's some cats. I did see a cat once. There you go. There. Oh, you got that one. That one ain't too bad. Background don't work though. Let's try something like that. That ain't too bad. Have stars. Water wouldn't really go with it, would it? I don't think. I think a darker one would be better. There you go. Something like that. That's not too bad. Yeah. You confirm that, so that becomes your poster. Next page. Now, here you have to. You got different topics, like design focus it says, but topics, narration, action design, gory if you want your movie gory, and you select this, and it gives you points down the bottom. So like, if we've, it's about cats, but so you want creativity, I reckon. So you got -2. So to go forward, you got to deselect 2 points off something else. We don't want gory, so switch it completely off. Violent, a little bit of violent maybe, not much. So humour, obviously it's a comedy, so you want to pump the humour up. Logic, it don't really need to be that logical. Make it about a 2. Design, story design, give it a 3. Emotion, it needs to play on your emotions, obviously. Action design, let's pump that down and pump that up. And narrative, I'm going to drop it down and pump the emotion bit up a bit more. Don't know gore, logic. Turn the logic down a bit more actually. Action design. and story design. There you go. So you come to 0. Now this bit is the writing part. So is it more for adult or all ages? We've said that it's all ages, so we put it down to there. Is it a complex film, or is it going to be a simple film? Keep it in the middle. Is it casual story, or is it going to be a core story, like if it follows a core storyline? We'll go to 4. And then this last screen is plot versus the characters plus the environment. It all needs to add up to 100%. So plot, if we have it, plot, characters, environment, just leave it like that, I suppose. And now you've got this here. So when we click normal speed, they'll start writing the script. Yeah, but unfortunately, let's turn it round so we can see them. Yeah. So we've got 3 script writers, and we've wrote 6% so far. So it's going to take some time for them to write this script. So what we can do to increase this is to employ more people. Script writers. That one's probably about the only one. So click on this. This is if you click on the single character, it shows you his stats, what he's good at, and if you hire him, you drop him in the room, and then he goes and finds a desk, and then carries on. So now they're writing that script. What they'll need is you need to keep them happy. So they need somewhere to go to the toilet, and a break room or a staff room, a recreation room, somewhere for them to relax and cool down. So you need to build them as well. So we go to the build menu. At the bottom, toilet. Toilets use cubicles. Minimum is 3 by 3, I believe. So 3 by 3, and then you've got to put a door in, obviously. Door, $22,500 to build that. Well, so you got cubicle, hard to turn around, obviously. Shove it in the thing. We'll only be able to get 2 in there. Yep, and then you need some sinks for them to wash their hands, obviously, because nobody wants to go back to work with dirty hands, or soiled hands, I should say. So I only build the minimum amount of stalls. So so we close that. Now there's a toilet. You can do everything again the same as that one. Move it, rotate it, put it somewhere else, add more to it. Need a recreation room, and then I shove that in that corner. But I'm going to stick it out a little bit. Need a bit bigger, obviously. Need a door. A door there. $60,000. So you know what I mean? That 5 million's coming down really quick. So you need. The tutorial always tells you to put some seating. So, and then there's other stuff, obviously. I put a football table in because everybody seems to like the football table. So watch where you put it. You get other things like arcade machines. There's good golf where they can play golf. There's a treadmill, dartboard, but $27,000 for a dartboard. You taking the piece or what? Put some nice other stuff in as well. We can put a box in there if you want. It just adds to the room. Table there. Gonna put a clock in because everybody needs a clock. Rug. What about a nice rug? Yeah, that'll do. Look. Put a plant in. Turn it round so it sticks it in that corner. Can we put it in that corner? Nope. Put it there? We can put it there, I bet that. So you can sit there. Lighting. Put a light there. So you can... I don't know if there's night and day cycles in this game, I'm not sure. Put a radiator in because there is seasons. We'll put a radiator in the big room if we can as well. There you go. I'll put some water in so they can have a drink, and there's a coffee machine as well. There is other things, AC, refrigerators, stuff like that. The other thing they do, in the game, there is disaster events like people get injured, fires, etc. like that. So I always put them in the hallway. So that's a fire extinguisher and a first aid cabinet. Leave them in the hallway. Yeah. They're getting on. So, oh, have they actually wrote that? Oh, okay. No, not yet. They're what, 20% in? Okay, so that's all you basically need for the game so far at this stage, I should say. So because you haven't wrote your first script yet, so these are the special events, and they literally pop up and go. But you can click on them. There you go, click on them. I think one of these notification event logs. If you click on these, they tell you. There's lots of contents, lots of things to click on. It's a tycoon game. It's a bit like Game Tycoon, but a bit more complex. So they're over halfway now. We can speeden things up. We've gone past. Let's see if we can get any more people for the script office. Oh, 11 applied. See, their comedy, they'd be good because all we do is a lot of comedy. Family. Oh, damn it. Oh, yes. So we'll have that one. And that one. One more? Is there any more? So you got a lead, but hates stress. Action. Let's have that one as well. So you hire them, put them there, and they'll go to work. They'll find a station and go to work. So potentially we can have one more staff in the script room. Like I say, you can move these and make the office bigger. Obviously costs more money, Okay, so let's just quickly forward it on so we can get our first script. Boom, we got our first script. So it's cats on a thin tin roof. I got that from somewhere, I don't know where. So your fame level's 2 at the moment. Scales E, which is the lowest. Obviously genre, scenes, and this is how the plot came out. You can confirm it, or if you click analyze script, they'll continue for a bit and they'll analyze the script themselves. Okay, so now if you click on it again and then go to analyze script, analyze views report, it's a 1-star script. Yeah, and then if you click on it, it tells you all these attributes. Creativity, gore was correct, humor was bad, and all the rest was bad. And then the little green arrows, what bonuses are added to it. I think that's how it is. So all these was, them 2 was wrong. Well, all the ones with X's, I would presume, are wrong. So if you get the script correctly in the right thing, it gives you a tick. If you get it wrong, it gives you an X. So next time we might play around with this bit and play around with this bit. Yeah, and then that's it for this time. In the next episode, because unfortunately we ran out of time as normal, let me just pause it. We'll continue with the game and build other rooms, and obviously we need to write more scripts, because the more scripts you write, the better your script writers become, and the higher rating scripts, and then eventually we'll make a movie from that. Let me wrong button. Let me just save empty slot. Auto saves, but yeah, I like a harder slaver as well. Back to the main menu. So that will be it for this episode. Let me find my back screen, and I will thank everybody who's stopped and watched, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Thanks, bye now, bye bye.